Hello and welcome to my website. My name is Alex and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist with over 12 years experience in helping many clients overcome unwanted anxieties, fears and patterns of behaviour that have really life-limiting effects, such as functioning in high anxiety all the time or constantly being preoccupied with worries, or not being able to leave the home or travel due to unwanted phobias. And I also help people with lots of different habits they wish to be free of caused by anxiety, such as emotional eating and nail biting, to name a few. Now, my background is in psychology, and the main tool I use to help my clients overcome these unwanted habits or behaviours is hypnosis, which is backed by many scientific research that demonstrates its benefits for anxiety and other health concerns. Now, hypnosis is the tool through which we can communicate with the subconscious mind, the deeper part of the mind, which is where 95% of our brain's activity lies. It's where our long-term memory is stored. It's where our phobias and traumas are stored, and all of our habits. So it makes sense that if we want to make permanent, lasting changes, that it's best to communicate with the subconscious. Now, the beauty of hypnosis and making changes at the subconscious level is that changes happen quickly. And we're talking just about 4 sessions and not months of therapy to achieve a goal. Now, unless you've been hypnotized already, you may have misconceptions of what it actually is due to how it's portrayed on TV. You may fear losing control, especially if you are an anxious person. You may fear being embarrassed, like being made to cluck like a chicken. And I'm here to say that none of that is true. During my hypnosis sessions, or any hypnosis sessions for that matter, you're always in control yourself, and you can just walk out and finish the session whenever you like. You aren't under a spell. It's just a natural state of being, one in which we enter throughout the day, like when you daydream, or when you drive home from work and feel like you're on autopilot and somebody else is driving the car whilst you think of something else. All of those examples are being under a hypnotic trance state. Now, for those that still fear the unknown, just another reassurance. When I carry out my hypnosis sessions in my practice, my clients are always sitting upright with their eyes open. So none of that, I don't use any of that deep trance stuff where you go to sleep almost with your eyes closed and you're lying down. That's not the method I use. I use a method that people feel very safe and in control throughout. Now, you may also be thinking, I can't be hypnotized, so this won't work for me. Well, funny you should say that. I hear that a lot from pretty much most of my inquiries at the start. And you're right. Perhaps you can't be hypnotized because not everybody can. But that's why I always run some really important hypnosis tests on all potential new clients during the consultations. And I make these tests, they're fun, by the way, they're nothing scary, but I make sure I include them in all my consultations, because if you can't be hypnotized, then I can't take you on as a client, full stop. Now, whether you decide to pursue one-to-one therapy with me after you've had the hypnosis tests done, or whether you decide not to, at least you'll find out once and for all if you can be hypnotized. Now, along with hypnosis, during my one-to-one sessions as my main tool, I also teach my clients various techniques and tools which they can use to help release anxiety or help them overcome habits that they can utilize between our sessions. And I also give out hypnosis recordings at the end of each session, again as another therapeutic tool that the clients can listen to in between sessions to reinforce the work that's been done, or to help release anxiety, or to help with sleep. Now, as I mentioned before, the majority of my clients, they reach their goals in about 4 sessions. which is why I offer 4-session hypnosis programs to all my clients. And these are done weekly. These one-to-one sessions are done weekly. Now, if you're interested in learning more about the benefits of my hypnosis services, I invite you to explore my many Google reviews or watch the video testimonials, the video ones from my clients that are dotted throughout this website. And they're going to provide genuine insights from people who have experienced positive transformations through working with me. Now, if you're ready to explore hypnosis and to see if it's the right fit for you, if you're ready now, I invite you to book in for a free video consultation with me. And there's sort of buttons throughout this website for you to do so. During this video testimonial consultation, I will find out more about the goals you wish to achieve, what you're struggling with. I can explain more about how I work in more detail, and I can run those really important hypnosis tests to see if you are a good candidate for hypnosis. Because if you are, trust me now, it's a huge game changer. And I'm going to spend the last bit briefly talking about a little bit about myself, like a little brief bio, which is that, as I said before, I'm a clinical hypnotherapist with a degree in psychology from the University of Warwick. And I've been practicing hypnosis full-time for about 12 years now. And I specialise in all things that fall under the anxiety bracket, and also weight loss through overcoming unwanted eating habits. Now, I started out my hypnosis practice in London, where I worked at various health clinics, one of them being Neal's Yard in Richmond. And I also had a really interesting job in which I worked at a London bank, and I was hired to come in once a week to help their employees with various unwanted behaviours that were causing problems at work, such as fear of public speaking, just to name a few. Now, I currently reside in Dorset, and I'm a resident hypnotherapist at the luxury hotel and spa called Chewton Glen in New Forest. And lastly, my credentials are I'm a member of the British Psychological Society, the General Hypnotherapy Registrar, and the Complementary National Healthcare Council. Thanks for watching, everyone, and do get in touch through either the contact form or through booking a consultation with me if you'd like to find out more. Many thanks. Bye for now.